Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Miami Heat Lifers. Miami Heat Lifer. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also make your comments to the comment section. Um, my name is Oliver Malone, and today I'm going to give you guys more great content about the Miami Heat. Um, but before I do that, I just want to mention some personal things about me. Well, not personal, but okay, fine, personal. Today's last day of school for me, so my junior year is over at Atlantic High, so it's kind of exciting, but it's pretty fast too. Honestly, feel like I'm going to be a junior again next year. I mean, 10th grade, I wasn't even at school, so but it's good. My junior year is finished, and I'll be a senior in August, so it's pretty exciting, and I'll be 18 in August, which is crazy. So, you know, I'm proud of myself. My junior year, I feel like I did some good things. I feel like I got some good grades, and hopefully colleges see that. Hopefully they sing what I've done so far, community service, and also got into NHS. So I've accomplished some things I was able to do my junior year. So I'm proud of that. So that's a personal thing off my checkbook that I want to mention for you guys. But let's talk about what I really want to talk about is my concerns. Well, not concerns, but I guess disappointed. Um, Yesterday, the Miami Heat, lost to the Boston Celtics, 93 to 80. Uh, Look, obviously, uh, at home like this, to lose like that, the way we shot, it wasn't pretty, especially in the second half. I mean, first half was pretty solid. Both teams didn't really shoot the ball well, but defensively they were great. And in the second half, Boston just bullied right through us on both ends of the floor, and they didn't score a lot either. But second half they just made adjustments, and we just weren't able to fight back. So but look, I know this is really the toughest part of Miami's season, but if I know anything about the Miami is that they're never going to give up. They're never going to run away from adversity. Like I said, they're always going to run through it, through any challenge. Where it's been this year, when you look at the injuries, when you looked at uh, guys, when you questioning guys, as to say, about how they play, like Jimmy, Bam, sometimes Kyle, some of those other players on the team, in terms of that adversity, in terms of we saw that fight against the Warriors, right? That scuffle between Jimmy and Coach Spo and Udonis Haslam, where there's been when the injuries have happened in the playoffs with Kyle being out a lot. You look at Jimmy having some being out at times as well with that knee injury, right? And you look at Tyler Hero, he's been out in this area in particular. All the adversity, right? All that the challenges Miami's been through. This is nothing new to them. So they understand that they got to go into Boston and force a game seven, plain and simple. And to be honest with you, this is a great challenge. And I'm very interested to see what Miami can do about it in game six. They understand they didn't do what they're supposed to do, get a home win on their home floor in game five. But they understand also that they can go into Boston and win. They did win in game three. They were up 26 in that first half. Um, Obviously, Boston came back, and the only reason they came back, Jimmy was out, so we didn't have that offensive firepower we did when he was playing in the first two games, when he was just scoring at a very high level. So honestly, it could have been more of a blowout, but turned to be a close game, which we pulled it out. And in Game Four, obviously, you know, and on the road in Boston, we saw that Boston came back, and we just quit. We didn't feel like was just wasn't our night. But last night at home, just the way we shot, like it's one thing to just wet the bed, but to not shoot the ball like that, like I don't know what our shooting percentage is. I don't want to know. Honestly, I think it was like 30 something percent, probably like in the low 30s and like low 20s from downtown, like to shoot the way we did. And look, we got good looks. It ain't like Boston times was shutting us down. Like we had good looks, we just weren't able to make them. And last night, the backcourt of Max Strus and Kyle Lowry struggled again. And I understand Kyle's had that hamstring injury. Uh, he's been, I mean, it's not like he has the hamstrings affected him. He just hasn't shot the ball well. To me, it's not like his injuries affected him. Strus, he's healthy. He just hasn't shot the ball well. So the firepower from the backcourt, you could see that paid dividends last night because it didn't help. Jimmy and Bam, look, they did everything they could. I'm not blaming it on them because Bam did everything he could, especially in that fourth quarter. He was trying to give his team life. Scored like 8 straight points. Um, and I think that to me is something. I think Bam did a good job of in terms of adjustments to point. I'll point that out later. I'll point that out tomorrow because I'll talk about. Yeah.
Mom wants to talk to you.
Okay. Sorry guys, I had to talk to my mom. Anyway, anyway, when you look at it to me, look, where was I? What was I again? I think Kyle Lowry, Max Strus, right? Sorry, Kyle Lowry, Max Strus. Like those guys gotta play better offensively. You can't shoot the way you shoot, especially at home like that. Like it's one thing to do on the road, but you do it at home and shoot, wet the bed, make breaks like that. That's just unacceptable. And I think those guys understand that, and those guys will play better. And Bam, obviously, oh Bam, that's what I was gonna mention. Bam did everything he could in that fourth, but just wasn't enough. Scored 8 straight points, but there was an adjustment that I think Bam made that I think Aaron Spurs should consider doing. I'll talk about that tomorrow because tomorrow will be the game, and I'll have 2 videos on that. But and tomorrow for about Miami and Boston for Game 6. But I just think, listen, it was tough to watch, and for Jimmy to struggle like that as well. Um, it's crazy. Jimmy just hasn't been the same with that knee injury. So if who knows what it could have been if he was healthy in this series. Again, guys, sorry. Anyway, look, there's obviously things Miami could do better, and it's fixable. But I'll mention that tomorrow. Right now, look, I just think right now the offense in these last 2 games have been shaky and hard to watch. And particularly last night, Game 4 was acceptable. We just quit in that game. But last night, offensively, we just weren't consistent. We weren't moving the ball. We weren't trusting each other. We were just letting Boston physicality get to us. So we got to be better. And I believe we'll be better. But this is a good thing for Miami to go through some adversity, to go through a challenge like this, because the first 2 rounds has been basically pretty easy. I mean, Atlanta's been whatever. I mean, we beat them at 5. People thought that would be a competitive series. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Miami proved them wrong. And then Philly, a lot of people thought Philly might win that series because they had the best player in Joel Embiid. Sure. But their team sucks. So we beat them in 6 and probably should have beat them in 5. But hey, look, he beat them in six because Embiid came back healthy, kind of, and got his team tied. So got his team to tie the series. So whatever. So this is a good thing for Miami to have a challenge like this to go down 3-2. I mean, obviously you don't want to be down 3-2. You should have won the game. We should have done something about it, win the game. But this is a situation, right? You can't go back and Spolstra, if I know anything about him, he knows how to make adjustments. And when it comes to challenges, he's great at finding a way to get the job done. And so we gotta go on the road and win. They did it to us twice in our building. We can clearly do it twice in theirs. Uh, so those are my concerns, and I was disappointed. But hey, look, I love Miami, and they're gonna find a way. You just gotta find a way. And I believe in a situation like this, when you got competitors on this team that want to win, in a situation where they gotta win or they go home, this is a perfect time for guys like Bam, Jimmy, Cal, those guys in particular forming together, because we expect coming in season those big three to really gel together. But because of the injuries, they've had moments where haven't been able to play a lot together. And so now those three in particular have to have, like, I know Bam and Jimmy could have big time performances, but Kyle has to be the guy to really give them something offensively. Because if he's not an offensive threat, that's not going to be good. Because I love Gabe Vincent, but you can't just allow a guy to come off the bench and help you guys close it out. Kyle is that kind of veteran that can come in and give us that. So I expect Kyle to respond. And so it's going to be a huge game tomorrow. And I expect Miami to respond. I'll tell you guys what you expect and to be optimistic about it, because there are concerns. But I mean, look, we can go in there and win. They took two from us. What makes you like less confident that Miami can't do the same? Like, I think they can do it. And if Boston loses game six, like, come on, man. Like, 2 years ago, we beat you in six. It's only right that you guys beat us in six. I mean, you guys wanted revenge for what we did to you in the bubble. If you guys can't do it, then you guys just choke and suck. Like, I hate the Boston fan base, because it's not that their fans are bad, because they have great fans, they have a great team, but it just seems like somehow, like, every time this team is so good, and they always get the buzz, they don't get to where they want to get to, which is a championship. They've only won one championship in, like, the modern era. Like, not like a championship contender, like the Lakers, for example. The Lakers have won like 5, 6 championships in the modern era, I think. Right? Yeah, 6 champions in the modern era. Miami's won 3 in the modern era. Spurs have won 5 in the modern era. Like, those are championship contenders. Okay, for me at least. Miami, they've won the East, like, how do I say it? I think they've won the East like 6 of the last 12 years. That's a championship contender to me. They're not. What have they done? They've choked. So that's why I hate the Boston fan base. It's nothing against their fans. They just act like, oh, well, we're just some title contender. They're not a title contender. What have you guys really done? You've been to the finals like twice. You've only won one championship. You won the East basically twice. Like, you guys suck. So I think Miami can go in there and win. Boston's just an overrated team, overrated fan base in terms of just the fact that they always get the buzz, but they choke under pressure. That's my opinion about the Boston Celtics. So a closeout game, if they don't close it out, they just suck. But if we do it, I'm happy for my team. I don't give a shit about Boston. And so I expect tomorrow to Miami to respond. And those are my concerns. Those are my concerns. And it was tough to watch. And that's all I got to say, guys. Um, Tomorrow morning, I will stream another episode about what Miami can do to win this game, and why you guys should be optimistic that they can. So, um, also be streaming another episode today, and it's strictly not Miami Heat today. Today I want to. This is summer vacation time, so I want to take a little break from Miami Heat basketball today, just for tonight, because I'm not previewing Dallas and Golden State. That series is basically over. The Warriors are gonna win in 5. I don't know why I gotta preview that shit. I mean, Luka Doncic's not gonna go out without a fight, but Warriors are gonna win at the end of the day. They're gonna win. They're a championship type of DNA type team, so they're gonna win. So I didn't preview that shit. On 7:30, I want to stream an episode on about what I watched today this morning, which was The Flash. The Flash is one of my favorite TV shows I like to watch, and I just want to talk to you guys about how good the show is. And this is the best season so far. You should hear from me about how good this is, and you guys should watch it. Flash season 8, uh, and I'll talk to you guys about that today at 7:30 p.m. So tune in. That's it for me, guys. For Miami Heat, Boston Celtics Game 5, my concerns and you know my hope is that they respond tomorrow night. So that's it for it, guys.